These are some 12-volt locking mechanisms. You can see the one on the left has its sheath removed, and the one on the right still has its sheath attached. The reason I've removed the sheath on the left one is because I'd like to try and turn the mechanism that jams into the door 180 degrees, so it's facing upwards. Because what happens now is that as you're moving your jaw or door into this device, in its current alignment, the sloped side of the mechanism is facing towards me. So when I push the jaw back in, you're going to hit the flat side against the top of the jaw there. So it's never going to lock properly. It's not even going to be able to close the door. So what really needs to happen is for this to be flipped around like that, so that when it does hit the wooden part there, that this can retract back into the motor. So there's the motor again. So somehow we need to make this retract and then spin it 180 degrees. The trouble is that it fits perfectly aligned with the top of this this case that's there. So we might have to bend the case a little bit just so that we can rotate that and then put it all back together again. So I've bent the top of the case a little bit, and now to see if hopefully it's just as simple as spinning this. So let's get a bit of resistance over on that side. Let's try it again. So we've got a much more notable bend now, so I've probably damaged it a little bit there, but we can see that the solenoid mechanism on the end there can rotate freely to whatever direction we like. So I'm going to put it back into that direction and see if we can fix up this metal. And there you go, we've fully rotated the motor mechanism now. So some of you may have noticed that the last modification I made was 360 rather than 180. So now you can see that they are in fact facing different directions. So that when it is in a drawer, as you're closing the drawer, it will hit this first. And when we're operating the device, this is what it looks like. So that's when it's energized, and that's with no voltage applied. So possibly a simpler method for adjusting the direction of the jam is that there's two mounting screws on this side of the solenoid, but as you turn it over, there's also a fair few mounting screws on the other side, which do in fact line up pretty neatly with the actual cover here. You would need to reroute this cable, which is possibly just a matter of threading it through the base here. And then, what's going on there? And there you go. We've now mounted that in the opposite direction. The screws aren't quite perfect, but I think that would hold. And there we go. It's another way of reversing it. Of course, now that we've reversed it both ways, it's back to how we started. So there we go. It's now in the direction that I needed. So